I'm making a video today to show you the syllabus and go over it. As you can see, I am in one section of the course, and the syllabus can be pulled up from the left-hand toolbar on Blackboard. My contact information is here. As I said in my previous video, my name is Deanna Lorette. My office is located in the Maccabees building, which is 5057 Woodward. It's the tall building with the Wayne State sign that you see by the Welcome Center. It's on the 9th floor. You kind of turn right or left when you're getting out of the elevator towards the English department offices, and it's pretty easy to navigate from there. You can always text me if you're coming to my office and you're lost. My office hours are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 2 to 3 and by appointment. I'm pretty flexible with appointments. My email address is there, so you can contact me with any questions or concerns, and I respond within 24 hours. You can text me if you have an urgent concern, and my Skype name is there for if you want to Skype me instead of coming in for an appointment. This is the Department of English description of English 3010, which is a course that's supposed to prepare students for reading, research, and writing in their own disciplines and professions, particularly for writing-intensive courses in the majors such as business, nursing, other types of liberal arts, as well as engineering majors, things like that. To do so, this course asks students to consider how research and writing are fundamentally shaped by the disciplinary and professional communities using them. So that means the communities that you interact in your classroom, as well as future communities that you'll interact in your careers. To do this kind of exploration of the communities, we will analyze text, evidence, and writing conventions used in your own disciplinary and professional communities, and consider how items differ across different communities. So this should allow you to achieve some key composition objectives. First, learning how goals and expectations of specific communities shape text and their functions. Second, learn how writing constructs knowledge in the disciplines and the professions. Third, develop a sustained research project that analyzes and undertakes writing in a discipline or profession. So, to achieve these goals, we have an emphasis on analytical and critical reading, as you'll see when you look at the textbook, and writing, as well as the development of research skills. Some of you have taken 1020 here at this university, so you developed research skills in that course. You'll build upon those in this course. So we do the research proposal, literature review, research presentation, and research argument, as well as varied technologies for research. So we use the WAC approach, which is the writing across the curriculum approach, and teaching composition at the intermediate level. Writing across the curriculum approaches guide students to investigate writing in their fields and to develop a holistic awareness, which means whole awareness, of their position in using genres, writing conventions, audience expectations in their disciplines. And then based on this work, students develop a research proposal designed for readers in their disciplines. So you make a research proposal like you were in a theoretical career. And we'll talk about that as that gets closer. Through online instruction, group conferences, and peer review, students consider how text, research, and writing practices in their disciplines compare to those of other disciplines. Like, we do one assignment with the writing studies discipline, and you'll kind of see other people's disciplines when we do peer review. This is an IC course, just like English 1020, so that means that you need a grade of C or higher in English 1020 as a prerequisite, but you also need a C or higher to pass this class. The learning outcomes are important in this course, and you will revisit them in the last project, which is the reflective letter memo. So reading, analyzing genres from the student's discipline or profession, including their associated discourse community, audience, rhetorical situation, purpose, and strategies. Writing, using a flexible writing process and varied technologies to produce texts that address the expectations of students' disciplinary or professional discourse community in terms of claims, evidence, organization, format, style, rhetorical situation, strategies, and effects by drawing on an explicit understanding of the genres being composed, and we'll talk about those terms. Research, writing research genres, using research methods, and conducting primary and secondary research to produce an extended research project relevant to the student's discipline or profession. And then reflection. Using reflective writing to describe developing knowledge about writing, especially writing in one's discipline or profession, and about oneself as a writer, including one's ability to plan, monitor, and evaluate your own writing process and texts. There is one textbook required for this course. It looks like this. The Wadsworth Guide, the Wayne State Wadsworth Guide to Research. There will also be many PDF files, so you might want to have a small budget to print materials if you need to print them. Otherwise, you can just read the PDFs. For the assignments in this course, you are required to write 32 pages or more, in English 30-10, not including drafts and informal writing. However, reading responses, student-generated primary research artifacts, and other formalized minor assignments may count towards the writing goal. This course will feature 4 major projects, along with 1 multimodal presentation and less formal writing for learning activities and homework. Students are required to submit at least 1 formal project that is between 10 and 15 pages in length, not including any associated requirements for works cited and/or reflective writing or cover page. The major projects for this course are intended to scaffold together, building upon your emerging writing capacities, discourse community awareness, familiarity with the central research focus, your research question, a body of written content. Taken together, these emerging competencies and artifacts should lead students, you guys, to develop a longer, higher stakes project with not only models effective process for research and writing in your professional or disciplinary discourse community, but also resembles an important genre of that community, the formal research proposal. Now, this is going to be different from your previous classes. The project formats, they all must be type double-space Times New Roman 12 typeface with 1-inch margins. However, you need to use your disciplinary formats for citations. So this means that if your discipline uses MLA, you use that. If it uses APA, you use that. If it uses Chicago, you use that. If it uses Turabian, you use that. Your assignments must be submitted electronically through Blackboard. Only through Blackboard, not to email, just through Blackboard. And you need to insert page numbers in your assignments. The rubrics are included in the syllabus. We'll talk about each one as we get closer to the assignments because I don't like to overload you with information on the first day. So each project has an invention portfolio, which is a series of small assignments that help you create a larger assignment. These can be what's called in-class writing, but because it's online, it's more like discussion board posting or blog posting than discussions that take place on the discussion board, and some quizzes because this is an online class. You do have rough drafts and final drafts of papers, so each major project also includes a paper or multimodal project. For most projects, a rough draft of your paper will be due either for peer feedback in the online discussion board or individual conference with me. The project assignment sheets will provide specific due dates for rough drafts. Conferences with me are not assigned for every paper, but you're always welcome to bring a rough draft to my office hours or make an appointment for feedback before a paper is due. If you are concerned about your grade for a particular paper, I suggest bringing a rough draft to my office hours before the due date. Final drafts of papers will be due to Blackboard by the end of the due date listed in the project assignment sheet. So the grading goes like this. There's 1,000 total points in the class. Reading responses, there's 10 of them. Each of them worth 10 points. Your research guide is 125 points. Genre analysis, 150 points. Literature review, 175 points. Multimodal presentation, 50 points, so you can have some fun with that without worrying about your grade. The research proposal is 250 points. Your reflective letter is 50 points, and you have to submit it to pass the class, and participation is 100 points. If you are receiving a grade below passing, 75%, for projects 1, 2, or 3A, you may submit a revision. I'd strongly suggest meeting with me before revising a paper so that I can give you an idea of what you need to fix. Revised papers must be submitted within 2 weeks of receiving the grade or the feedback on the paper, and they must be accompanied with a letter that describes the specific changes you made to your paper and reasons for those changes. The revision will be graded using the rubric, and revisions must be shown using Microsoft Word to track changes and comments tools, and I'll make another video describing how to do that. So since this is an online course, there isn't really a traditional attendance policy, so you must have read the syllabus and first assignment during the first week of class. You must log into Blackboard weekly, submit the reading responses, and attend required meetings with me in order to obtain attendance and participation points. I have access to all the views of materials, activities on the Blackboard site, and views of videos and announcements, so I'll know if you've not fulfilled this requirement. The plagiarism policy for this course is the same as every other course at Wayne State. If you feel that you may be plagiarizing, please contact me so I can explain to you how to not do that. This is for you to read on your own. This doesn't just apply to me, but to all your different professors and people that you're going to be emailing in regards to the interview for the first project, which I'll be sending another video along this week about the interviews. You are required to attend conferences over the course of the semester. Times and dates they'll be available on the course calendar. You can also arrange to attend my office hours as needed. You must contact me in advance. If work cannot be submitted by the due date, no comments will be provided on late work. I can determine what specific grade reductions will be based on how you told me, how early you told me, what the circumstances are. Late work will not be accepted, and it'll be graded only if a new deadline is arranged. So you can't just submit something late without telling me, because I cannot accept that. If you miss one of the first 2 class sessions, which I can check on Blackboard, you will be asked to drop the course to avoid a failing grade. Students may add the course during the first week of classes, but not after that. So you are expected to participate in viewing course-posted videos, conferences, PowerPoints in terms of participation. So Blackboard makes it so that I can see what you viewed, what you've done, what you've uploaded, how many times you've responded, how many minutes you've spent on things, and that's how I'm able to calculate your participation. A grade of incomplete will only be issued if your student, one of you, has a really extenuating circumstance, and that's something that we would have to talk about in private. If you need additional resources, you can contact me. You can also contact the Academic Success Center and the Counseling and Psychological Services. The Write Zone is especially important for this course because it has access to writing, research, and technology tools that you will be using in this course. Furthermore, they have workshops based on all of the projects we will be doing in this course, and I will be sending along announcements as those projects or those workshops come near. You want to make sure to make an appointment early in the semester. There are walk-ins available, but they are difficult to come by. If you have a disability, please contact me, whether or not you have proof of accommodation or not. I'll work with you. You need to make sure that you are respectful and tolerant of everyone in this course. This means that when you want to reply to post promptly. You want to be prepared for the week, ready to explore the topics that we're discussing. It is essential that we show the highest degree of respect for each other in this class. This means that you respect me, I respect you, you all respect each other in every way. This respect should translate from our interpersonal interactions to how we address each other's writing and how we ourselves write. So this means that rude, mean, divisive, and or dismissive language, unproductive discussions, or comments that are not appropriate for the college classroom, and they will not be tolerated. I expect attentive and thoughtful conduct in every situation. If this becomes a problem, I will contact you privately. You can contact me. That's my job, to be able to communicate with you. I want to help you. I want to make sure that you pass this class, that you get what you need out of this class, that you learn how to communicate in your discourse community. I do provide my texting phone number. Please do not call it. I will not answer. If you need to contact me about something being late, that might be a time that you want to text me. And that's pretty much the end of the syllabus. I'll post another video about the first assignment soon. Please make sure to write down any questions you have and send me an email, because I'm going to be posting a discussion board asking about the syllabus so that I can make sure that everyone's seen this video. Thank you and have a good evening.